Hi everyone, it's Krista and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're not new, hi again. This is my channel. I love to do DIYs on a budget, Dollar Tree DIYs, thrift flips, Farmhouse, Rustic, wreaths, and seasonal decor. So if you like what you see here, you know what to do. Hit that red subscribe button. Also leave me a comment. I love to hear what you guys think. And give me a thumbs up. That helps my channel. You can also follow me over on Instagram, Pinterest, and TikTok. And I also have a wreath shop. It's called Krista's Wreath Designs. It is an Etsy shop. I will have all those links down below in the description box. Today's all about $5 under $5. It's spring decor this month. And our hosts are Missy from Crafty Cove, Emily from Farm Charm Chic, and our co-host is Late Night Creations. So, more about that in a minute, but first, DIY number one. So the first DIY, I'm going to take some of those floral picks from Dollar Tree, this sign from Dollar Tree with the little hooks on it, some of these chalkboard little watering cans, and those little rub-on stickers from the Dollar Tree. So next, I'm just going to take the hooks off, pull off that heart that was on this little fence, and I'm just going to sand the letters a little bit because I'm going to be painting over them and just kind of dull them out a little bit. So then I took some tape, painter's tape, and I'm just going in between the fence so that I don't get any paint on it. Next, I like the colors that this fence was, so I am going to go in with the colors that are closest to what these were. So I used white. This was a khaki color. And then this here, it was mushroom, sorry. And then this color was just chocolate brown. And then this one is just the black ink by Waverly. And I did the fence. Once I did the fence, I went in with my Antique Wax by Waverly. And I'm just going over the little laser cut sign that says Bloom. And then I just kind of dab it with my cloth. And then these little pots are so cute from the Dollar Tree. You guys got to let me know what you think of these. I think they're so adorable this year. And I did those with the Antique Wax as well. And then I'm just wiping it with my paper towel to get the wax off. And then next, I'm just coming in with some white Waverly chalk paint. And I'm just going to do like a dry brushing around the edges of the pot. And then the whole pot itself, just a very light dry brushing, just to make the pots look a little old, you know, like they're outdoor pots. And then once I get that done with both of those, I used a big one and a smaller one in the package, but I believe you get 3 of them in a package. I'm almost positive. And then what I did after that is I did the same thing with the Bloom. I just did a nice dry brush with the white Waverly chalk paint. Now I'm going to take one of these little watering cans. It's like a chalkboard watering can. And I am just going to take one of these rub-ons that are so, I love the Dollar Tree's rub-ons. And I'm going to use, this is my scraping tool that I use for my Cricut. But you can use like a popsicle stick or whatever to rub it on. And then you just pull it up. And voila, you have a really cute image on your little chalkboard. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hang that on the top that you see there. I glued the pots down already in the front. And now I'm just taking some of these floral picks from the Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to stick those inside the little pots. And I chose yellow because that's pretty much my theme for this whole video is the yellow colors and these colors right here. Because that's the colors I'm going for that go in my house. So there it is. I think this turned out so super cute, so cheap, you guys, under $5. Guys, let me know what you think down in the description box, down in the comments below. So today is all about spring DIYs. I told you our host and our co-host. There's also going to be a playlist. The links will all be down below in the description box, and make sure you go check everyone out. These ladies are oh so talented. And next, we're going to take some white Waverly chalk paint, one of these watering can wood signs from the Dollar Tree, this sign from the Dollar Tree, some more of those picks that I already used, and some more rub-ons. So what I'm doing is I'm going to take off the little paw prints that were on this sign. It's super cute, the sign itself, but I'm going to cover it with the scrapbook paper that I got from Hobby Lobby. And next we're going to Mod Podge that on. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting a whole bunch of Mod Podge in my little sponge brush, and I'm just sponging it all over my sign. Now this looks like a little fence, which is super cute. I love that Dollar Tree has all these cute signs this year. And then I'm just going to rub that down. And then my little trick is, so you don't get no bubbles, is I have a mini iron and I use parchment paper and I just iron the scrapbook paper like that. And it doesn't give you any bubbles, guys. It works every time. So next I'm going to use my little scrapbook, oh my gosh. My little sandpaper, and I just sanded the sides to get the excess paper off. Now I'm going to paint my watering can here. And I did it all in white because you're going to see what I'm going to do in a minute. And then I took some of the steel paint by Waverly, and I'm using my stencil brush, and I'm just doing a dry brush around the edges of the watering can, and then I'm going to dry brush the whole thing as well, just to make the pot look old and like a watering can with some metal on it. Like it looks metal, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I guess I'm saying that. I hope I'm saying that correctly. And then I dry brush the whole thing like that. So really, really simple. And you have to be worried if you're not really good with dry brushing. Just go over it again with white paint. You know, you just keep doing it until you get it the way you like it. So that's what I do. And that was it for that. Now the flowers, I decided to paint those white as well because I figured I'm going to be coming in with some other stuff, flowers, real flowers, to go in the watering can, which you'll see in a minute. So then I cut this off of the rub-on transfers that you get from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use this one that says Farm Fresh Flowers, and I'm just using my tool again for my Cricut to scrape that on. And just be really careful when you're pulling it up. Keep pulling it up slowly so you can make sure that it works, you know, that it's on there correctly. So then next, I'm going to use some of this burlap ribbon. It is in my Amazon shop. I buy this. You get a whole bunch of it for like $12, and I absolutely love it. I'm going to use that and put a piece on the top part of my sign and on the bottom. And I like this pop of black. I think that it just brings it out more, and the watering can isn't just going to blend in with the paper, the scrapbook paper that I'm using. So I really love the way this turned out. It turned out looking like a real fence. So I absolutely love it. And I did that on the top and the bottom of the fence, like I said, and I just glued it in the back, and then I just did a bead of glue going down the center on the top and bottom of the ribbon, just like so. Really, really simple. And it turned out so cute, you guys. I love this sign. And then next, we're going to take it and I'm going to glue that in the center. So what I did is I took a piece of cardboard that I had sitting around. And I just cut a piece off because I needed it to be laying flat on the board so that it'll stick. So I stuck that down in the center because the burlap ribbon's making it pop up a little bit off of the sign. So I just did that, and now it's all nice and even, and it'll stick down real nice, and I don't have to worry about it coming off. So next, I'm going to be using yellow flowers. I told you that's the theme here. And I'm going to use a sunflower on the top, a big one, where that big flower is. And that's why I painted the bottom flower, the flowers on the water can white, so that it will blend in with the water can. And then I could put these fake flowers on the top and make it look even better. And then I put a couple of these sunflowers. These are all from Dollar Tree from last year. I had these left over. I have seen the sunflowers this year, so they do have them. Some people think sunflowers might just be for fall. I do not. I think it's for spring too. So I wanted to use some sunflowers because these are the colors in my house, and I love it. And I love the rustic farmhouse look, and I feel like sunflowers are perfect for that. So then what I did is I took some of these other picks from the Dollar Tree, and I just cut off some of the greenery, and I stuck those in there as well. And then I used one of these little flowers, yellow flowers that have like a vine on it, and I used that coming out of the water can. And I just kept doing this until I filled it up, or how I like it. So you guys do you. You'll have to do exactly like me. I'm just here to give you a little inspiration, you know, and show you what I did. So make it your own and make it look beautiful, and you can use any flowers you like. I just happen to use the sunflowers because that's what I like. So yeah, but this turned out super cute. I love it. I really love using these rub-on transfers too from the Dollar Tree. I think they're so pretty, and they're coming out with more and more different ones this year. I know they've come out with quite a few, And I'm thinking about just doing a whole video with those because they're so much fun to use. And they could have so many things to do with them. So, yeah. So there it is. I'm just finishing filling it up with all my little greenery and my flowers. I used a couple daisies too. Do you see them there? White daisies that I had just to kind of break up the yellow. I didn't want it to be all yellow. And that's why I stuck a lot of the greenery in there too. And yeah, it looks so full and so pretty. And there's my sign, you guys. You guys got to let me know what you think down in the comments. But I think this one turned out super cute as well. So now DIY number 3. And these are all under $5, you guys. So DIY number 3, I'm going to take some of these. They got these wood flowers this year at Dollar Tree. It's so cool. Those little birds that are on a popsicle stick and some of these clay pots, the little ones. And we're going to use white Waverly chalk paint. And I'm going to paint one of the pots with my white Waverly chalk paint. And then I'm going to use my antique wax by Waverly, and I'm just going to distress this whole pot, make it look like a pot, make it look real old, rustic looking. And I just did a dry brush around the edges, and then I went around the whole entire pot as well. Then once I did that, you saw me use, I have these scrapbook papers that I'm going to be using as well for the flowers and the bird. But this flower, I decided to paint it with this yellow color. It's called golden yellow. And I did the tulip in it as well, but only the outside of the tulip, the center, we're going to be putting something else. Then I used a white paint marker, and I just did the center of this flower with the white paint marker. And then this is the scrapbook paper that I had. You can use any scrapbook paper you want, but I happen to have this one, and it was really pretty, and it went with my decor. So I'm just going to glue it down with my glue stick. I didn't use Mod Podge for this one because it's just a little piece. So I knew it was going to stay and be fine. And then I'm going to use this other really pretty, it's like a egg blue color, like really light blue color. And I used that to do the bird, the scrapbook paper. Then first what I did is I went in with my antique wax and I did the popsicle stick portion with that color, and then I glued down my little bird after I traced it out and cut it. And then the little eye, I just used my little tool to poke the eye so that you could see that the bird has an eye. So that's what I did there. And then we're going to stick some styrofoam down in there. And then I'm going to use some of this burlap ribbon from the Dollar Tree that I absolutely love this stuff. Every time I see it, I pick it up because it's so pretty. And I'm just going to wrap it around the edge there of the pot. And then I'm going to glue it on. And next, I'm going to use some Spanish moss, just a little bit, to go on the top of my pot. And then I'm going to stick my little flowers in there and my bird. And that is it for this DIY, you guys. I think this turned out so cute too. Oh no, I do stick some little baby's breath on the bottom as well, which you'll see in a minute. But there is that. Isn't it cute? I love it. And then this is the baby's breath. So I just took one of the picks from the Dollar Tree, took some baby's breath off of it, and just kind of stuck it in the bottom of my pot, just to give it a little more color, a different color besides the yellow with the white. So you guys let me know what you think about that one. This one's super easy and so cute, you guys. So now DIY number 4. This one, I'm going to take one of these little signs from the Dollar Tree. It looks like a little arc. And then I'm going to be using that crate from the Dollar Tree, some more flowers and picks and stuff. And then I'm going to take the metal piece off first. And it popped right off, you guys. And then I'm going to use this little crate, and I'm going to paint that white with the white Waverly chalk paint. And then, of course, I'm going to go in and distress it. You know, I love to distress my stuff. I love it looking rustic. And I go in with my brush, and I'm just doing a dry brush around the edges of the whole crate, and then the whole thing. So on the bottom, top, sides, the whole thing. And then I just kind of did a really light dry brush in the front. And then the back I didn't do because that's going to be glued on to the sign. So then I'm going to take some more of those rub-on transfers, and I'm going to stick 2 of these little leaves on each side, and then the wildflower in the middle. And I'm using a little popsicle stick to rub that on, Just be really careful and make sure that before you just completely pull it up fast, go real slow just to make sure you got it all on. And then I had to use my little tool to get the things up because I couldn't get it up. And yeah, and then I did the wildflower and see how I'm going really slow just to make sure I didn't miss any pieces. Next, I'm just going to glue this right on to that little arc. I don't know what you would call this. I'm going to say an arc, okay? And an arc window. And there you go. And it kind of really matches really well when you do the little, because they have them in this color at the Dollar Tree, so you can make it look really good with it. And then I stuck some styrofoam on the bottom, and then I'm using deer moss this time from the Dollar Tree, and then I'm going to stick in my flowers. And I just stuck in a couple of these. I don't know what kind of flowers these are, sorry guys, but they're really pretty, and I liked them because they had the white and the yellow, a little bit of the cream. And then I just stuck some of these bunches in that I had as well. You can use any flowers you want. I stuck some of these little yellow little round fuzzy things. I don't know what they are. I don't know what half the stuff is. And then some of these other yellow flowers, they're just all like kind of wild yellow flowers, we'll call them. And I just stuck a whole bunch of those in there until it was full. And there it is. So then I needed something to cover the little holes at the top of the window in the back. So what I did is I used some of these little butterflies that I had in my stash from the Dollar Tree, and they were perfect. I used a green one and a yellow one, and I stuck them both on each side at the top, and then you don't see those little holes. It covers them up, and they're little butterflies, and I thought they went perfectly with this. So yeah, let me know what you think about this one. And our last one is DIY number 5. I love the way this one turned out too. Super easy. I took one of these wood houses from the Dollar Tree, one of these Hello Spring signs that I got. I don't even know where. Probably might have been Michael's. Scrapbook paper and some antique wax that you see me using right now. So these houses, I just painted the top of the roof with the antique wax, and that was it. And then I'm going to pop off that little chalkboard after I wipe the excess off with my paper towel. Then I'm going to pop off that little chalkboard sign that's in the center. And next I'm going to take my paper, and I'm just using my fingers to kind of make the indentations of where I need to cut so I get it measured properly and get it on there. So then I cut it, and then I'm using my Mod Podge. Now this is fabric on top of this house. So I made sure I put a lot of Mod Podge because you want to make sure your scrapbook paper is going to stay down. Then what I did is I just used the antique wax to paint the Hello Spring with that, and then I wiped the excess off, and it came out really light, and that's what I wanted, so it was perfect. And then I'm going to use some different ribbons from the Dollar Tree. I used the burlap ribbon again. I used some yellow ribbon. I used that ribbon you see there, that's Easter ribbon. I just used a ton of them, and I'm just going to make a messy bow. So I cut 2 pieces of each ribbon, same lengths, and then I'm just going to crisscross them and then tie them in the center with jute twine, and that's it. That's your messy bow. Super easy bow to make. I really like it. It's very rustic, very easy to do. No big deal. You don't have to worry about it. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's why it's called a messy bow. And yeah, so I just cut this other yellow because I had this, so I was like, let me use this yellow too. And I just crisscrossed it like that. That's all you have to do. And you could crisscross them any way you want. You don't have to use every single one and crisscross them the same way like I did. And then I just tied it in a knot with my jute twine in the center, and then cut off the excess and kind of messed around with it a little bit, made sure all of it was even on each side. And then I'm going to glue it to the center top of the house. Then I'm going to use one of these tiny sunflowers that I got last year from the Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to put that in the center of my messy bow. And then we're going to take our Hello Spring sign, and we're going to put some hot glue on that, and then I'm going to glue that to the center. And that was it for this DIY, you guys. This one was super simple. So I hope you guys like it. Make sure you go check everyone else out. I will have the links all down below. And I want to thank you guys for watching. And don't forget to subscribe. And as always, remember, stay crafty. Bye.